Alright, King Boo is back again with another video, and done this right after the last tier list, but probably upload this on Friday, so if it's Friday, happy Friday. And it's Tuesday for me now. I'm still top one on the leaderboard, but I'll tell you, we're doing another tier list. So basically, I've screenshotted all the maps from Sandbox and then cropped them down, and we're going to divide them up into the best maps, which you always want to play on, and ready up straight away. You never want to skip. Ones that are close to best, you still don't want to skip. Workable, which is if your opponent hasn't skipped, maybe you want to skip. Or if your opponent's a very strong passive player, you want to skip. But otherwise, you can win with them. Borderline hard, you usually want to skip, but they're not as bad as the always skips. So that's how the rating works. I'm going to give the map and then the strategy I have used in the past to get multiple wins. Doesn't mean you always win, you have to do it well, but yeah, this is the list. So, starting off with the Mountain Pass, easily one of the best maps in the game, because it's so short. I use Dartling, Boomer, Cobra, with the powers Jam-Packed, Team Tower Stun, and Lightning Bolts. Really nice all-rounded, gives you the opportunity to rush round 12 instead of round 13, so if your opponent's playing aggressive as well, they can't send you a big rush, and then they're forced to send like whites or something, and you could just use a lightning and take care of that whole rush with just the lightning. So Mountain Pass, easily one of the best maps in the game. Moving on to Industrial Zone, which is also very similar, really quick. I think I'm going to put it behind Mountain Pass. It's the exact same strat as before, Jam-Packed, Team Tower, and Lightning. And I think too much has to be said. It's quite similar to Mountain Pass. I think you put it just behind Mountain Pass. It's very, very, very similar. Pretty much the same. I'm very happy I'm getting either of those maps. Alright, next one is Frozen River. Put it in borderline hard. It's quite a long map. You're mostly going to skip it. But it's not an always skip. There are definitely much worse maps than Frozen River. For this map, I often use Boat Boomer Farm with a quick shot power lock. I also sometimes run some blindness strats as well, so it's up to you. But this one is borderline hard, so would normally skip this one. Next one is Shallow River. I was going to go just above Frozen River. It's also borderline hard because you have the loop around when you send the balloons at a circle twice. But definitely a quick shot power lock. If your opponent knows how to do the boomer right, they can defend pretty much for certain. But you could also use like a Cobra adjustment with a blindness or something like that. So definitely above Frozen River, but it's still really hard to make it work. Moon Landing. I think I'm just gonna throw it I'll put it in borderline hard as well, but just the Frozen River. Solely based on the fact that you can do Cobra really well on this map, as well as Tac Quiz. And those strats are decent, but the map is just so long, and like a good heli player will really make you struggle. But yeah, I'd say it's borderline hard. You could use like a quick shot blindness strat, or a cam grow budget blindness strat, or a quick shot power lock, I think is the main thing I'd use. Again, a bit of a theme of these longer maps. Shapes. Ooh, is this workable or is this close to best? I'm going to put it in workable, just because I reckon the close to best you have a few better maps than Shapes. But it's a pretty good map. The Bloom Path's a lot shorter than the AI path. And the only thing that's really stopping it being close to best is that the start and the end point is the same. So if you do a turbocharge and you start it early, if you do like the Team Tower Stun and a grinding strat, it then comes back when it's back at the end. And that could be problematic. Especially now with the hand changing you can do on the turbocharge. And so, for that reason, we're going to put in workable. I could do a quick shot team tower stun or a knockout salted base strat. A knockout salted where you change to a quick shot to be more aggressive, or a glue to be more passive, or like an eco choke strat. But in general, it is pretty solid. It's very workable. Pinball whizzes we're going to put just behind shapes and workable. I do a tech whiz with a quick shot team tower sounds pretty good because you put most of your towers near where all the circles are at the top, where that amazing pet spot is. That defends greens and blacks just with a 2-3. But just because of the length of the map and how strong you can play dart on this map, I don't think you could put it as close to best. But it's well above borderline hard. Next map, treasure hunt, always skip, barely any farm spots, super long map. Probably one of the better always skips because you can do it with the Cobra, I guess, but it's still one you always want to skip. I'd play Cobra with blindness, Cobra boat boomer with blindness, but it's just a really messy one to do. And then like an eco power and lots of glue or something like that. Glacium out, now we're back up to the top. Am I placing this before or after? Glacium out's one of my favourite maps I think now. Playing, instead of dartling Boomer Cobra, the boat instead. And the boat's not normally that great because you need a faster shooting and another boat to defend just pinks, because of the most of the grapes just missing after they fire. But with the Cobra, you can actually take out pinks with just 3 Cobras, upgraded to the wide funds and just a 0-0 boat. So for that reason, I'm going to place the Glacium Mount above Mount Pass and Industrial Zone. But yeah, Glacier Mount is very good. Shipwreck, that's not Shipwreck. One of the worst maps in the game. You can't barely fit any farms. Your spots are hard. The boomer. If you're not being able to micro the boomer in time, then you've got some serious problems. You need to sort that out before you grind again. But yeah, and I've just got experience on it as well. Similarly, we're going to put marsh and farmland in this. Just really long map. I think I'm going to put farmland on top of these and shipwreck below marsh. Marsh has got so many circles again as well. You could just turbocharge and it comes back and again and again and again. So for that reason, we're just going to put it just because of how long they are. These are all quick shot power lock maps really. I'm not too sure what else could really work. Shipwreck, I guess you can use the blindness strats with Cobras as well. So that's what we're going to do. Cards, we're going to... Ooh, hope you're not coming up anywhere. There was... Here we go, alright. Alright, cards, close to best. Very good map. It's very borderline to best maps. Because it's just so short. It's a very short map. Different balloons send path to the path where the balloons come out. Do a super balloon boost team tower stun, quick shot team tower stun, knockout salted strats, power lock strats, probably even a jam pack team tower stun. It's kind of endless what you can do. You can do pretty much all the grinding strats. I'm almost putting this in best ones actually. Oh, I can't tell. I'm going to put it in best ones actually. Just because you can do literally any grinding strat on it. I might move that down later on. Anyway, park. I'd say park's better than an always skip, but you're going to mostly want to skip it. You're doing a Cobra strat again on this one, or you could do a quick shot power lock. I'm going to put it just above Frozen River, but it's another messy one. Temple, quite similar to cards actually. Yeah, I'm going to put it there as well, but we're thinking about these two. I'm going to put it just above cards actually, just because of how once it goes down that straight line, that last bit's kind of free. You don't really place his towers down there. It will place it down where the zigzag line bits are. So I'm gonna put it there. Similar strats to cards said before. Right, yin yang. Not yin yang. That's where a racetrack goes down there. Probably the worst one. Quick shot power lock if you can, but really hard. Yin yang. We're gonna put it just above, probably above Frozen River. I mean, oh, that's not above it. I have a bit of an agenda against Yin Yang. It just how you turbocharge, the balloons come back round. Boat is so effective on it. Boat Boomer Farm, really hard to aggress against that. And I just don't personally like it, so that's why we're going to put that there. Hydro Dam, I'll put it in close to best. Just because at a point where there's only tower maps, only land towers, and a point of only water towers. So if your opponent doesn't have many water towers placed up, then you just need to force the balloons there with a Team Tower Stun or a Blindness, and then they're going to struggle. Same vice versa. And yeah, you could do a Super Balloon Boost Blindness, Super Balloon Boost Team Tower Stun, Quick Shot strats, Knockout Salted Quick Shot. There's a lot of strats you can do. So I don't think it's quite as good as Temple or Cards do. So we're going to leave this one in close to best. And now we get on to Battle Sands and Yellow Brick Road. These... so you could definitely grind with these maps. I'm going to say they're at the top end of workable. Battle Sands just above, because it doesn't cross over as much as Yellow Brick Road does. As in it comes back on the balloon path. You can do most of above said strategies, except for the really short map ones. Quick Shot Team Tower sounds very strong. Knockout Salted. Probably not Power Lock, except for maybe Yellow Brick Road, which is a little bit longer. Not sure I could put in close to best, but they are very solid maps. This video is going to be so long. Swamp, probably the best out of it because of Cobra being quite strong, and I'm just a bit more comfortable on it personally. But it's so long, you skip it. Snowfall, I really like because you place all your towers like from where that house is and then closer to the river. So if you do it like a Quick Shot Team Tower Stun, definitely one of the strongest strategies on this map. Just because you Quick Shot and then the towers are all knocked out for the duration of the time that they are in that area, and so your opponent can go down from that. For that reason, putting it in the close to best. Before or after Hydra Dam, I think I'm going to place it before. But yeah, it's quite close, that one. Water Hazard. Whew. I think I'm going to put it in borderline. Yeah, I'm going to put it in borderline hard. It's a tricky one. Because Blindness is really strong. If you get past the first aisle bit and then you get round to the second bit, it does loop back, but if you had Team Tower Start, no one really places anything at the end. At the start of the ascent path. That reason I'm gonna put it here for that reason. But it is a very long map, so you don't want to mostly skip it. Indoor pools. I'm gonna put it. I want this to be the worst of the best maps because it is really short, but it gets kind of frustrating trying to quickly place the boomerang down because there's only specific spots which, especially at first, are hard to find. So and then on the side it's hard to quickly place it down. You like do a glue and then 18 Tower Stun from a Quick Shot, and then you want to then counter after that. To quickly place the boomer down is a bit of annoying. unlike all the other ones in this. But yeah, Gem Pack Team Towers and Lightning Bolt's really strong. A game, I always skip A game, but it's probably better than the rest. But yeah, Power Lock strat, really hard to use, or a Blinder strat. Cobra, more else to be said. Ice Flow, the very interesting one because of no farbs. Always skip Ice Flow because best strat would definitely be Cobra, Farb, no Farb, Cobra, Boat, and Boomerang. With you could do a probably blindness strat with Cobra, a blindness, copy eco, and lots of glue. Probably what you want to go for. Offside we're gonna put as close to best. I think we had shapes down here, didn't we? Just above this. Right. Okay. Oh dear. Hard to function this. Offside's very good map. I think I'm going to place it above Hydro Dam. If you had Gress well, you can do well with this. You could definitely do very well with this. Team Tower Sun or Power Lock strat, both very good. Only problem is the Dart Monkey. Actually, for the darts being so strong, we're going to put it just behind Hydro Dam. Other than that, yeah, it's such a strong map. I'll never... All the like close to best and above, and mostly the workable, I won't skip. It's only maybe on the borderline hard and below, which I'll skip. But offside, very good strat. Yeah, your Dart League, oh, not quite there. But yeah, Dart League Boomer strats. What you want to be going for. This is going to be like a 25-minute video. Snowy Castle, probably lower down in borderline hard just because it loops around. Knockout Salted strat or maybe a Team Tower Stun strat. But it'll be quite tricky. I don't think a Power Lock. Interchange, probably above those, but below the rest. Cobra Blinder strat. Or a Quick Shot Power Lock strat. A lot of stuff is getting repeated, as you can see. Another map we don't like. Concrete Alley. But actually, as of always skips, this is might be I think it's going to be the best just because a lot of the towers can get placed a bit lower down. But a lot of, they're often placed lower down, but like there's also more of a spread around the map, so it's not foolproof. But no, it's pretty decent. Swan Lake. I think a lot of people would put this in close to best, but I personally am going to put it quite high up in workable. I just really get annoyed by the boats here. Replacing the farms, just a bit hard and annoying. And it also goes around a fair bit of a long way, so I've seen a lot of opponents being able to get their turbocharge brought back at the end and start. So for that reason I'm going to put it in workable rather than higher up, though I could see a lot of people putting it in higher up. Ink Block, yeah, another one of the best maps. Grinding. I think because of struggling to place stuff, I'm going to put it in here. It's not nearly as hard as the indoor pools, but it's still definitely harder and worse than placing my motor past industrial zone. Hot Tub. This is your best map. After close to best. Probably my favourite map in the game as a general map. I think if you're good at playing defensively, you can win on this map. If you're good at playing aggressively, you can win on this map. It just gives you a lot of options. You do have that loop, but it's a very small loop. And AO path, different descent path. Not that long, really, as well. So I'm going to put Hot Tub in close to best. I'll never skip Hot Tub. Zen Garden, shortest map in the game. And really only Dartling Boomer is what you could use on it. But lots of power, different combinations you can use. Yeah, I don't think you can use any other real strat than a Darkling Boomer on this, especially for power grinding at least. But yeah, a little bit just above Ink Blow because it's very short, but a bit behind the others. Is it behind the others though? No, the top five are really very equal. Only the bottom three of the best maps are only partly insane to grind on. But the top five is a very solid top five just because of how short they are. Oh, we're getting our way down now. Super Monkey Lane. I think Super Monkey Lane's got to be in the close to best. Just ahead of Offside. It's quite similar to Offside because of Dart being strong and Engineer being strong as defensive. But you have a better blindness usage and does loop back, but not that much, not that well. So for that reason, it's going to be in the close to best category. Battle River, I used to like this one a lot more, but just because of the coming back part of it, I'm going to put it about here. No, I'll put it behind. I'm going to put it there. Good farm spots, easy to farm, easy to play Darkling Boomer on, but it's tricky. Maybe a Team Tower Sun strat if you miss the first bit round the first time, or a knockout salted strat. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, leave that there. And then final one, Riverside. Always skip Riverside, but it is better than some of the other always skip maps. Anyways, here is the okay, don't want to change anything now. It's the completed tier list of my favourite maps for grinding on. So we have a top 9. 9, that's 8 out of the 37 maps, which I believe there are which you could grind on, which means there is a roughly a quarter chance that you'll find an insane map, or I guess actually it'd be 1 in 4, 25% chance if you skip, or 50% chance if your opponent skips as well. So that's not too bad of odds. Close to best maps. You've got 5 of them, so if you add that on to the 8, that's 13, which is over a third. So you should be hopefully finding one of them and want to stick on one of them. If you and your opponent skip, then definitely gives you quite good odds of finding one of them. The workable, with the workable thrown in, that's another 7, so that's 20 out of 36. So you definitely hopefully be finding them with one of your 2 skips. And then you're getting now unlucky. Oh, what have I moved? Here we go, I think. Yeah, you're getting unlucky if you're having to do below borderline hard and always skip. Is very unfortunate. But yeah, that is my completed tier list. If you enjoyed this video, and yeah, do the title ETV map save. And yeah, that about wraps up the video. Yeah, have a nice day, and yeah,